What's up everybody, Logan here again today with another video. We're going to go into the technical analysis behind this Apple swing trade that I made, and it worked out really well over the last 3 days. The reasons why I took profits today and why I'm looking to re-enter it pretty soon. So we're going to dive into all that, but if you guys could leave a like, comment below, and subscribe on this video, it would mean a ton. There's links to the description, to the Discord. Briefly on this, but Apple, as of recent, I picked up on May 17, 2021. They bounced off the 200-day moving average, and we'll get into that in the laptop in a little bit. But I was able to capitalize on purchasing some on Monday at the dip, right at the end of the day before it started to rally. And then I sold that this morning. Currently, this contract's worth $600, so I missed out on about $30 from if I would have held it now, but I closed it 3 hours ago. Still had time on it, but I got over 10% on it, and that was enough for me to take it off the table. There are some indicators that I want to jump into and show you guys why I decided to take profits when I did. Apple's still on my watch list. There's a lot of stocks. Also, I dump into QQQ as well. So you guys can see the entire tech sector, what I'm seeing, and why I'm playing the market I am right now. But this is a fantastic week for options. I'll have a video tomorrow recapping all of the trades for the week, but I think this one deserves to be highlighted. So let's hop right over to the computer and jump into this one. So now that we've hopped over to the charts, let's take a deep dive onto why I took this position, what I was seeing. I don't use TradingView too often. I usually use my Thinkorswim charts, but I have all of those as standard deviation charts right now. So let's hop over here. So I took profits with the guys this morning. It was around, I think 10 a.m. Mountain Time, so around noon on our play, which is still a great trade right where we are right now on Apple. So this is what I saw. I was talking on Friday. I said, hey, we have a potential break of the 50-day moving average, right? So we'll go through these moving averages real quick. This is our 9 EMA, and then we can combine that with the 200 moving average and the 50 moving average. This is the 200-day moving average, which has been on a solid, steady uptrend. And then the 50-day moving average is what we have going right here, cutting through the chart. So anytime that we have some sort of a move past it or break one, break past the other, we'll see a move in that direction, right? So when we had the 9 break under the 50, we were very red for a while and then found some support right above the 200-day moving average. And then when we broke it last time, Apple ran, right? The 9 gapped over the 50. So what I saw here was a bounce off the 200, and because we were so strong on this bounce, right, with 2 green days, I alerted on Friday, hey guys, let's look at taking an Apple position on Monday. I anticipate a break above the 50 and above the 9, and we'll be back on trend to test this range right here around 136. We look over here, we actually took the entry still on Monday towards the end of the day. It was when, I'll zoom in really quickly. We took a position here and Apple proceeded to gap up. Now I use this as okay, the market in general was a little red on Monday, and let's use this as a day to, we're still on trend, right? Like we were still on trend. We pulled back a little bit, so I figured why not, hop in right here. Like we have this trend that we can build right here off of. We bounced off the 200-day and we gapped up overnight and then decided to sell down, and then we sold down on Tuesday in anticipation for Wednesday. And then we had another bounce off the 200, which my stop was if we were to break and close under the 200 yesterday, I would have closed the position. We did not though. We actually closed above it. As you guys can see, we got the nice gap up and bounce off the 200 overnight. And we took profits this morning when Apple hit around 127.15. This is anticipation of me thinking that we're going to get shut down by the 50-day moving average right here, right? And it's too hard to tell right now. The market isn't closed for the day. We have a couple more hours left. So maybe Apple gets the steam and breaks above it. But I told the group we can always re-enter with such a great setup starting right here if we need to. But if Apple does close, we're still above the 9 as long as it stays up above 126.33, and we can run and see what we have tomorrow. So if Apple does gap up again overnight, it would be a great time, I think, to take a position again on them. But I am one of those people who thinks, okay, if you're shut down by the 50-day or we're coming into resistance here, it's always good to keep an eye on the position and see if we have a good setup. And also take your profits while you have them, because the last 2 months on Apple has been pretty rocky. The last 3 months, actually. So anytime you think you have the most perfect setup, it's best to just play it safe. But I do like the double bottom bounce that we got off of Apple, and the volume was pretty good yesterday. And it's again another solid day worth of volume. And the other big reason why I'm not holding Apple, if we take a look at Nasdaq, if we pull up just the Nasdaq in general. So as you guys can see over here, that the Nasdaq also double bottomed, but we have to be careful because this right here is the 50-day on the Nasdaq. It has pushed above it, but we have to wait to see if the Nasdaq's also going to close above this level, and if so, that could push to some more bullish movement. We also double bottom, but we are far from the 200-day moving average, which is down at 305. So on a day where we were testing right at this range, right, get rid of this candle here and imagine it's not here, this looks like we can continue to downtrend down to the 200. So this shows that we're stronger, but I still do not like the resistance that we have here with the 50-day, as it's tried to break it 2 other times and it has gone above it, right? But it wasn't able to close above it then. But I think we could see a bullish movement starting really soon. Maybe we chop a little bit, and then once we can get the 9 to push back above the 50, like you guys see over here, we can get a gap up and run for a couple days. So QQQ is currently like the top on my watch list right now. I have a lot of tech stocks, and that's why I played Apple the way I did, just because it's like jumping over, instead of like a 6-foot fence, when you have the entire fund also testing the same range that the stock you're trading in that fund, like Apple, right? Let's say you're trading Apple, and right here we're at the we're at the 50-day on Apple and on QQQ. So that's like jumping over a 12-foot fence instead of a 6-foot fence. So that's kind of my little analysis for you guys. I hope you had a great trading day today. I'm glad we got to lock in a little bit of profits, and the spreads are absolutely killing it this week as well. So that's going to be everything for me in this video, and I appreciate all the support as always, and I will see you guys in the next one. And comment below if you would like more technical analysis videos with very standard charts on how you could, potentially work on the upswing. The link to the Discord's in the description, and I will see you guys soon.